He's known for his starring roles in shows like Mad Men, Zoo, Watchmen, and also for his dashing good looks. Today's James Wolk is here to chat about his new show, Ordinary Joe, airing every Friday on NBC. That's today's Chatting with the Stars. We're chatting with James Wolk, star of the new NBC drama Ordinary Joe. It's great to have you, James. Now, we're going to get to your new show, but first, can you tell us about the time you tried a South African accent while prepping for your role in Zoo? And can we hear the accent?
Oh my God. How did you? Well, I did the show called Zoo for 3 years for CBS,
yes,
which was so fun and wild. It was based on a James Patterson novel, and the character in the novel lived in South Africa for like 10 years. And I thought, well, I gotta go deep with this role. And I showed up at the table read, and the night before, my wife said to me, like, are you sure that you should be doing that? Like, they hired you. No one mentioned the South African accent. And we did the table read. I did the South African accent the entire table for an hour. Afterwards, one of the producers came up to me and he goes, great, that was a great table read. That's really nice. What's wrong with your voice? Is everything okay?
You stroked out.
And I was like, that was a South African accent. He goes, okay, yeah, don't do that. We don't need that. And yeah.
That's a hard accent.
We're familiar with people taking risks at this desk. I won't specify who would do something like that, but somebody at this table definitely has and would. So we appreciate your transparency.
Maybe somebody he was just talking to?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
I mean, you worked with the legendary Robin Williams in what turned out to be his last television role on The Crazy One. So what did he teach you about acting?
I want to sing about sex.
Ooh. We love sex. It's my favorite. We just need to come up with a meat-related sex song.
For a family restaurant, I mean, how hard could that be?
Before I worked with Robin, I had always felt like, well, to be a serious dramatic actor, you know, I got to stay in it. I got to always be in it. And then when I worked with Robin, even though we were doing a comedy, I realized that, like, he didn't have to sit in a corner and like berate himself to come into a scene and be serious. Like he could just do it.
Now the fun's begun now.
Boss, secret sauce, drive through loving, drive through loving.
And so it just kind of changed the game for me. I just went like, yeah, you know, it just kind of eased things up for me. It was really nice. It was like going to kind of grad school, watching him and working with him for a year.
A role that I know you from, and you're super famous from, is Bob Benson from Mad Men. Are you familiar with the not great Bob meme?
Yes.
And we're wondering, what is it like being part of one of the greatest memes of all time, Bob?
Hold that. How are you? Not great, Bob.
It's a big high point in my life,
For
being
sure.
part of that meme. Good friend of mine comes into town. He has 2 young sons, 8 and 7. I decided I'm going to take him biking on the boulevard by the beach. He's a kid. We're at the beach, so he uses the public restroom. He goes in there, and I can hear my friend going like, don't touch that. Like, come on. And I can hear him sweating, yelling, and he comes out of the bathroom. I go, how'd it go? So that was like my thing. And he goes, not great, Bob.
Not great, Bob.
And just like, didn't miss a beat. Said it right back to me.
Let's talk about Ordinary Joe, because the show's premise is anything but ordinary. The show explores this idea that a single choice can change everything. So what's a choice from your past that if you changed it, it would have affected who you are today?
So what made me who I am today was probably choosing to pursue acting. Through this path, I've learned so much, but more important than that, I met my wife. And we have 2 kids, 4 and 2, and they're everything to me. So that choice to pursue acting, which took me away from my hometown of Detroit and took me in this direction, allowed this family to come into my life that I'm, you know, that I love.
We're melting here.
He is extraordinary.
Exactly. He's not ordinary. We love you. Thank you so much for chatting with. Don't forget, everyone, to watch Ordinary Joe. He's so romantic and cute. Airing Fridays on NBC.
He's married.
And we're all right. We'll be seeing a lot more of you. We'll be right back. Thank you so much. Not great, Bob.